Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I am fresh faced today because I'm going to show you my everyday makeup routine. As you may have noticed, it's a bit brighter. I've invested in a light so we can make some better quality videos. So I hope this helps, and I'm hoping, well, basically I've been waiting for the light to film this video, just because I think with the makeup, I think the light will show it better. And also I'm in a new dressing gown. It's like a white waffle one like you get in hotels. This is just from ASOS. I'll leave a link down below, but I feel like I'm staying in a hotel and it's amazing. Anyway, I'm going to pull you in closer and we'll start the video. Okay, I think that's better there. I think you'll be able to see what I'm doing. So I always wear this because I just hate having hair like getting stuck when I'm trying to rub my foundation in. Okay, so my skin is already cleansed, toned, moisturised, so I'm just going to jump straight in with a primer. So this is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. It's actually a primer and moisturiser all in one. I've already moisturised my skin, but I love the moisture. So it's quite a runny, thin consistency. So I just put 2 pumps of that and rub that all in. It's so weird. It's like my first ever beauty video. Oh, could have put my phone on silent. My first ever beauty video, so I'm really excited. Okay. Let that soak in for a minute. So I've been using this for like a week and I really like it. It's a new one from Smashbox, so I would recommend trying that out. Okay, it does, because it's a really thin consistency, it does actually soak in really quickly. So next I go straight in for foundation. So I'm using my NARS Sheer Glow. I have used this foundation for honestly about 3 years. If I'm going out, sometimes I might wear a different one, or I like to try different ones. This is the best foundation in the world. I literally love it. So I normally do like 2 pumps on the back of my hand, and then I use my Real Techniques. This is so old, like all the writing's rubbed off, but I think this is the buffing brush. So I just spread that around and buff it in. I'm using like the flip out screen on my camera, and it's kind of blocked by the tripod, so I'm actually just going to put the mirror, I've got a mirror here, I'm just actually going to put this down here so I can see better. I love this brush. I mean, I think you can, it's not the foundation brush, but this just buffs it in so nicely and just gives like quite a nice like airbrush finish. So rubby. I have still got a few eyelash extensions in, but quite a lot have come out, so I'm not too precious about like going over my eyes. When I first had them done, I was really like careful with them, but they're literally on their last leg, so I don't mind so much. So what I've been doing recently is obviously blending the majority of that in with the brush, but not worry too much if it's not all completely blended, because I hope I wasn't covering up the camera then. Because, oh my god, look at the funny face. You know when you do your makeup, you've got the funniest faces. I'm like, yeah, so I don't want to worry too much if that's not completely blended, because I go with my beauty blender anyway. But I've just thought I'm just going to actually put some lip balm on my lips, so that when I come to put my lipstick on at the end, we're all soaked in. So I'm just going to use the Sugar lip balm from Fresh. And look, it's like actually gone pointed where I did put it in between my lips. I love that. It's like really, it's not too thick, but it's got a really nice consistency. Okay, so foundation rubbed in. I am currently using the Bare Minerals Bare Skin Complete Coverage Serum Concealer. The applicator wand on this is amazing. Like, you get quite a lot of product, so I do like sort of wipe a bit off. This goes under the eye. I put a bit here, oh my god, wonky, bit down the nose. As you can tell, I'm quite slapdash with the makeup. I just think it all gets blended in. So for this, I take this is a proper beauty blender. I have got as well the Real Techniques, it's not called a beauty blender, but they're sponge. I actually wanted to show you, like, I've had them for the same amount of time. I don't know if you can see, there's sort of like some tears, and this, it is good. I use this, you'll see, for something else in a minute, but for my concealer and foundation I use this, and this has got a tiny little rip in. I'm quite clumsy and I don't probably look after my things the best I should, but this is lasting better. So it's weird that I run these under the towel, like get them completely wet, wring them out and then squeeze them out with the towel. So weird. Like if anyone said to me, like before I tried this, use a wet sponge on your face, I would be like, no. Like what the hell, why does it need to be wet? I really don't get it. But it works so well, and yeah, it's amazing. So I just pat, don't try not to rub, not to like move it around, I just pat it in. And just go over on my foundation as well to make sure that is all blended in. I do rub it around the ear because I've got quite a lot of like, I don't know what even to call it, like bum fluff little hairs there, so I don't want it too much in there. Just rub it over my ears, under my chin. Now we are concealed, foundationed. Now I'm going to go in with a bit of contour. So I've been using the Iconic London, the contour palette. So I don't know why, I've literally just been using one colour, which is this shade here, and this is just the multi-use contouring set, so you get 6 different cream contours. I haven't really used the light ones, I don't know really how to use those. So what I do is I used from Bell, I use just the flat foundation brush, and I just dab it in the palette, and then just draw some scary lines. So I just take a bit there, there, over my forehead, and sometimes just like with the excess around the bottom of my neck. So this is now where I use the Real Technique sponge. I mean, it probably doesn't matter, I just like to use 2 different ones because I feel like the dark product goes on here and the light product goes on my other one, and I don't want to get like dark contouring cream when I'm trying to do my concealer under my eyes. So with now I rub, I don't pat too much, I just really want to get this completely blended. It's quite scary when you first put it on, but when it's blended you can kind of not really tell at all. It's really natural. I much prefer using cream contours because I just find they're so much more easier to blend, and I'm not that good at, I forgot to say at the beginning, I'm not a makeup artist, I don't think I am one, and I'm not very good at makeup. I kind of just try different things and just do what works for me. So that'll blend it. So that's all blended in, and I just think it gives it a nice colour, nothing too much, and just gives a little bit of definition to the face. So once that is all rubbed in, I then go for, I just go for a little bit of bronzer, and this is actually really old and I'm kind of embarrassed to show you, but it's a brand called New CID, and this is the eye bronze, and this is in the shade Rio. It's really well used, as you can tell. I'm hitting pan massively, but it's just got like different colours muddled through it, and I quite like that. I just sort of tap it in, tap off the excess. Again, this is another Bell brush, and I just go over, just suck in a bit, go over where I just contour just to, I don't know, just to add, no, this is what other people do, no, I'm joking. It just adds a little bit more, and I just put like sort of go over my cheek a little bit to add a bit of colour, and then with just whatever on the brush I just go down each side of my nose and on the end just to make it look a bit sun-kissed, but I think I've just put too much on. So then if I do that quite a lot, I just get my foundation brush, it's already got foundation, and just go down the middle. And that's what I like about, oh my god, I just love, like I'm not very good at makeup, and I just find like if anything goes wrong I'll just get my brush with the foundation and go back over it. Sometimes what I'll also do, and I'll just do it today to show you, I don't do this that often, so I'm getting all my products is sat in my lap here. I need to get a table next to me, that'd be a lot easier. So I go back to the Bare Minerals concealer, and sometimes I just run a bit at the bottom there, just so that it defines the contour a little bit. But I haven't really gone too heavy on the contour anyway, so, but sometimes I find with the bronzer I sort of go all over my cheek, and then I've got a massive brown bit, so I just find this lightens up the bottom bit and just yeah, basically just defines the contour a little bit. Okay, so I'm just going to add a little bit of blusher. So this is actually from a really old, oh my god, my phone, I should have definitely put that on silent. This is from a an old Benefits palette, but this is the Sugar Bomb blusher, and you've got the 4 different, can you see that? It's quite shimmery, but I like just to put a little bit just on the real apples of the cheeks, because it's got quite, I'm actually going to go and put that on silent. It's my mother. So yeah, I just put a tiny bit on my cheeks. I really actually like that it's got a shimmer, because I feel like it adds like a little bit of highlight. It's not too pink because it's got the other colours. I don't know why there's like a slightly purpley and like more of a yellowy orangey one, but it's quite nice. It's not bright pink, kind of subtle, but adds quite a nice glow to the cheeks. I'm going to do my eyebrows. So a few months ago I had my eyebrows microbladed, so they've actually got quite a nice shape to them already. I didn't have the top-up session, which I definitely should have had. Maybe I'll try and get booked in for that soon. But it still left them with a really nice shape, and because my eyebrows are so fair, it has given them some sort of definition. So don't laugh at how I do my eyebrows. I don't really know what I do, and I'm not very good at doing them, but this is just how it works for me. So let's just give them, I just brush them all up just to get, so I can see the shape well. I'm using the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil, so you've got a spoolie on one end, and then on the other you've got quite a fine nib that you can just wind up and wind back down. This is actually my second one. I rebought it because I actually really liked it, and this one is in the shade 2. I think there are 4 shades, and the girl in Benefit like colour matched me, and she said number 2, and I think it's a good match. So if you're similar skin tone and hair tone as me, this work. Number 2 is a goodie. So here we go. I've never done my eyebrows in front of anyone before, so don't laugh. I'm not even going to actually try and explain what I'm doing. I just I don't know really what I do. I try and do the top shape first, so I just follow the line that's already there, bring that across. I don't like anything too harsh, so as you can see, I sort of like roughly do it. And like what I hate so much, like I wish I could do that ombre thing, you know, where it's lighter and then it goes darker. I can't do it, and I don't even know how to do it. But I don't like it to like block, like square at the front, so I just try and like do a few little hair-like strokes. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and then just brush it, keep brushing it through, and I think that will do for that one. And I just do the same on the other. Okay, this is probably my favourite eyebrow product I've used in a long time. It's quite natural, and also, again, because it's like the crayon, it's not, well, it's like really soft. You can just, if I go wrong, I can literally just wipe it with my finger. Happens a lot. Okay, so we're now eyebrows done, so I'm just going to put a little bit of eyeshadow on, and for this I just used my Benefit Hoola as an eyeshadow, and I just used my MAC 217 fluffy eyeshadow brush, and I just tap it in there, tap it off, and then just basically I don't really use eyeshadow, and this I just use bronzers as eyeshadow because I like to have a something on my eye, but I don't like hard colours or anything too bold and bright, and bronzers just work perfectly for me. So I start off by, whilst I've got the most product on the brush, I start on the outer corner, just in the crease, and just work that back and forth. And then once that is all in there, I then bring it down onto the actual lid. Basically, as you can tell, this is very quick. And just do the same on the other eye. Not really a lot of skill involved here. Sometimes I like just to add a little bit more into the crease, just to give that, I don't know, it just gives quite a nice definition to the eye. There we go. Okay, so eyeshadow is complete, and let's move on to eyelashes. So as I mentioned earlier, I have still got a few eyelash extensions, but there's quite a lot missing, so I still will go over them with mascara. So my favourite combination ever is the Benefit Their Real Primer, and then Their Real Mascara. I don't know why. The primer is amazing, but I don't know what it does, but it does amazing things. It's actually brown, I don't know if you can see, but also on the brush you've got like the normal mascara wand, and then some like sticky out ones. I don't know if you can see that, I don't know how to focus that in. And that's so good for getting those little ones on the inside. So, which is, and I kind of mainly just use the tip of it actually, just to really get the lashes up ready for the mascara. I love having these eyelash extensions in. I wish I could have them in all the time. I don't know if to just let them all come out or have them infilled. I had them done one up for going on holiday, so they've actually lasted so well. Can you see how easy? It's so good just to get that right in the inner corner of my eye. Okay, so primer is on, and then we just go over with, just noticed that my dressing gown's slightly open. I hope that hasn't nip slipped at all. I just go over with the They're Real mascara, and this is just the black one. And again, it's got the same brush, so it's got that amazing little head where you can get right in the corners. Sorry, this is kind of hard to see how good this mascara is because I've got eyelash extensions on. But if you look at any of my pictures where I haven't got this in, this is the mascara that I have been using. So I just leave that. I don't actually put mascara on my bottom lashes because my bottom lashes are quite long, and when I put mascara on them I just feel like they're real spidery, like they're really long and they sort of curl up, and I don't like it. If I'm going on a night out, sometimes I like smoke some eyeshadow underneath or put like an eyeliner and like smudge it out, but just for every day I'm quite happy with just leaving it like that. Okay, so a few little bits just to finish off. I like to use, again, the iconic London palette, and this is the original shimmer palette. It's got these really lovely shimmer shades, so these are powder, so I always use these at the end. So I'm actually just using a angled, slightly fluffy eyeshadow brush, and I always use this top one. So just use a little bit of this. I just run it down it's called the bridge of your nose. I just add it underneath the eyebrow here, just a tiny little bit on the brow bone, just to add a little bit of highlight, and just to make my eyebrows actually stand out a little bit more. Tiny bit on the cupid's bow, and then I actually quite like to add like a little bit just on the inner corner of the eye. I just think it opens it up and it makes it look really nice. Okay. Highlight done, and then just lips to finish off. Oh, my absolute favourite lipstick in the whole wide world, and you guys always ask me what it is, and it's this. It's so old that I've like literally nearly finished it. It's the Rimmel Kate Moss. It's the Lasting Finish by Kate. It's number 16, but I went in there the other day to try and get another one because I'm nearly out of it, and I never ever want to be without this lipstick, and I couldn't find it. I think that this is probably about 2 years old, so I think that they have renumbered and repackaged, so I will go and I will like swatch all of them and I'll find the new one and share it with you guys. So either that is my absolute favourite, this is also a good favourite. It's the Lipstick Queen lipstick, and this is called Morning Sunshine. Basically, look how wood it is. It's a yellow lipstick, but it changes, it goes to like just a nice pink to suit your own skin tone, so it goes like a different colour on everyone. So I'll use this today to show you. I wish I used lip liner, I probably should start doing that, but as you can tell I just sort of slapped this all on, so we're the worst person ever at putting lipstick on as well. So it's really nice, just like a girly pink, nothing over the top. Okay, I think that's everything. So I'm just gonna fluff up my hair. I think it just needs some dry shampoo today and we'll be good to go. So that is my everyday makeup routine finished. I hope you really enjoyed watching this video. If you've got any questions or anything at all, do leave them in the comments box below and I'll get back to you. Also, all of the products I used I will link down below. I'll try and link them in the order that I used them so it makes it easy to find anything if you're interested. I'll put the link in for this because who doesn't want to feel like they're in a hotel all the time. And I will see you all again very soon. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well. Thank you. Bye.